Hello, my beautiful and magnificent Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for decoding the grand, celestial symphony that is playing out just for you. My name is your guide, and if you have found your way to this message in this very moment, I want you to feel deep within your radiant heart that this is no accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me. Before we embark on this sacred journey, find a space where you can feel the royalty of your own spirit. Take a deep, majestic breath in, filling your lungs with the golden light of your own power. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the universe itself bowing to your presence. And then exhale, slowly releasing any shadow, any doubt, any voice that has ever told you to be less than the glorious star you are. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart, that brilliant sun that warms your entire world, open wide. Because the cosmos has orchestrated this moment to deliver a truth so profound, so transformative, that it will forever change the way you wear your crown. Leo, can you feel it? That subtle electric hum beneath the surface of your everyday kingdom. Perhaps you've noticed the way the world has begun to look at you differently, a new intensity in their gaze. Or maybe you felt a deep inner stirring, a lion's roar in your soul, growing louder, demanding to be heard. You might have felt of a sudden dissatisfaction with the stage you've been given, a profound sense that you were born for a much grander production. These are not random feelings, my magnificent friend. They are cosmic heralds, divine messengers, announcing that a powerful, dramatic, and world-altering shift is already underway. A dangerous change is coming, not to destroy your kingdom, but to force your coronation. If you can feel the truth of that promise resonating deep within your bones, if your spirit is rising in recognition of its own impending glory, I want you to make a sacred pact with your destiny right now. Press that like button, not as a simple click, but as a powerful seal upon your intention, a declaration to the universe that you are ready to claim your throne. And if you know another Leo, another radiant soul who is preparing for their own sacred trial by fire, share this message with them. See it not as a simple forward, but as the lighting of a royal beacon, a signal of solidarity for another monarch who needs this guidance. Finally, if this path feels like your destiny, if you are ready to unlock the full magnificence of your soul's purpose, then subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom and comment below with this sacred affirmation: I am ready for my divine reign. Consider it a holy covenant between us, a promise that we will walk this path of ascension together. Are you ready, my dear Leo? Because something you thought was settled is about to be challenged. A person, a truth, or a temptation will rise from the ashes of your past, and how you respond will determine whether you are consumed by the flames or reborn within them. But let me be clear, this is not a message of fear. This is a message of faith. It is about stepping into the absolute unshakable power of your soul, especially when the spotlight feels blindingly hot. And you, radiant Leo, were built for this. You were born of the sun. You do not just walk into the fire, you are the fire. The sacred texts tell us, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. This is your moment to understand that your light was never meant to be convenient. It was meant to be revolutionary. This message is far more than a simple forecast. It is a spiritual coronation map. Together, we will explore the cosmic energies converging upon your world of love, finances, health, and creative expression. We will decode the sacred wisdom of the tarot as it speaks directly to your royal heart, interpret the planetary alignments that are testing your reign and offer you practical, soul-aligned rituals for grounding your power, healing your heart, and choosing your path with the divine clarity of a true sovereign. Now take one more deep golden breath. The universe is waiting. Let us begin. My dear Leo, as we step deeper into this sacred space together, I invite you to feel the very air around you begin to change. Do you sense it? That quiet tension, the electric charge building beneath the calm surface of your reality. This is not your imagination. What you are feeling is the formation of a great celestial drama, and your soul, the eternal star of the show, knows its lines even before your mind has seen the script. In this part of our journey, we are entering the supercharged, energetic landscape of November 12th through the 14th. This is a time when the heavens are not just twinkling, they are roaring with divine intention. Something magnificent and deeply challenging is taking shape, and it demands your full presence, your unwavering courage, and above all, your trust in your own inner light. Uranus, the Great Awakener, the planet of divine rebellion and shocking revelations, is currently sending seismic waves of energy through the most public and foundational areas of your chart. Imagine its influence not as a gentle breeze, but as a bolt of lightning that illuminates the entire stage of your life. It is sudden, it is sharp, and it is utterly impossible to ignore. Uranus does not ask for your permission. It delivers revolution, whether you feel ready or not. But here is the glorious secret. Buried within the chaos, this kind of energy never shatters what is true. It only shatters the illusions, the false thrones, the cages of expectation that have kept your magnificent light contained. Uranus is challenging the very foundations of your kingdom, perhaps your career, your public image, or the role you have been playing for others. It is asking you with thunderous intensity, what part of this performance is no longer you? What mask are you still wearing that is suffocating the radiant soul beneath? At the same time, Mercury, the divine messenger of the cosmos, forms a volatile and dramatic angle to this Uranian energy. This is the celestial equivalent of a sudden public announcement. It could be a shocking piece of news that alters your path, a truth revealed that changes everything, or a message from a character you thought had long exited your story. This energy may manifest as a conversation you are completely unprepared for, or perhaps a creative idea so brilliant and disruptive that it both terrifies and thrills you. There is absolutely no room for pretense during these 3 days, Leo. The universe is pulling back the curtain and stripping away all artifice. If a person or an opportunity from your past reappears, do not rush to give them a role. Stand in your light and ask your soul, is this a second act, a final lesson, or a dramatic exit? All the while, the moon, your emotional heart light, is journeying through the most sensitive and hidden chambers of your chart. It is as if the moon is holding a single solitary candle in the secret vaults of your heart, asking you to look upon the feelings you have hidden away from the world. You may feel more vulnerable, more emotionally exposed, or even uncharacteristically shy. But please hear me, magnificent soul. For a Leo, vulnerability is not weakness. It is the purest form of courage. It is the gateway to a more authentic power. And that power begins the moment you stop performing strength and allow the cleansing fire of truth to burn away everything that does not align with the love in your heart. This energy is raw, it is real, and it is profoundly sacred. Picture yourself standing center stage, not on a physical stage, but on a suspended bridge of pure light. On one side is the kingdom of your past, all the roles you've played, the applause you've received. On the other side is the kingdom you are becoming, vast, unknown, and shimmering with divine potential. Below you is only mist, the uncertainty of the unknown. And yet above you, the stars form a celestial script that only your heart can read. This is not a bridge for the faint of heart, Leo. It is a sovereign's crossing. Every step forward is an act of surrendering your ego. Every breath is a choice to keep moving toward your authentic light, even when the applause has faded and the path ahead is not yet clear. Let me share a deeper secret with you. The numbers 13 and 22 are vibrating with immense power for you during this time. The number 13, so often misunderstood and feared, is not a symbol of bad luck. It is the number of sacred endings that are divinely required for a glorious rebirth. It is the falling of the false tower, the shedding of the old skin, the holy act of letting go so that something true can be built. And 22 is the number of the master builder, the divine architect. This energy does not tear down without a grander vision. It is here to help you lay the foundations for a new kingdom, one built not on the shifting sands of public opinion, but on the bedrock of your soul's eternal truth. These are not merely dates on a calendar, they are divine coordinates to a higher, more authentic version of you. You were not born to simply endure these cosmic fires, Leo. You were chosen to command them. And so, if your heart feels heavy, if your sleep is restless, if old wounds or insecurities rise like ghosts from the wings of your stage, do not run. Do not hide. Stand in the center of your being and bear witness. This cosmic drama has not come to shatter you. It has come to show you what part of you is truly unbreakable. In these moments when the external world seems chaotic and your audience is uncertain, remember the profound stillness of your own inner sun. Even when clarity has not yet dawned, even when the bridge of light beneath your feet seems to sway, you are being held. You are being carried. The universe does not ask you to have all the answers. It simply asks you to keep shining your light. As you move through these 3 potent days, ground your magnificent energy with rituals that reconnect you to your divine source. Light a golden candle and watch its flame dance, seeing it as a reflection of your own eternal spirit. Write a letter to your future self, the sovereign who has already passed this test, and ask for their wisdom. Breathe with the rhythm of the sun, inhaling its power at dawn and exhaling gratitude at dusk. If prayer is a part of your path, whisper this truth as you rest: I am the light of the world. Speak it not as a prayer of protection, but as an act of powerful alignment. You are not under sacred wings, you are the sacred wings. Now take another breath. Look up at the stars. They are not distant and cold. They are the very fire that burns within you, and they are calling you home to your throne. My beautiful Leo, as we gently step into this next sacred chamber of your journey, the winds of revelation begin to howl, not to frighten you, but to clear the stage for a profound truth. You have already felt the drama building, the cosmic pressure mounting behind the scenes of your life. And now, the sacred tarot comes forward to reveal the script that lies beneath that pressure, the truths that have been waiting in the wings for their moment in the spotlight. This is not just a reading. It is a divine mirror being held up to your soul, one that reflects not just your brilliance, but also what you have ignored, buried, or feared to face. The cards drawn for you now do not whisper Leo. They deliver a royal decree with clarity, with conviction, and with the deepest compassion. Their message is simple: you are ready. And the show is about to begin. The Tower arrives first, striding onto your stage, not as a villain, but as a divine liberator. This card is so often feared, so deeply misunderstood. It is not a symbol of punishment. It is the ultimate symbol of liberation. The Tower does not fall because you have failed Leo. It falls because the foundation it was built upon was a lie. Perhaps it was a career built to please others, a relationship built on performance, or a false belief about what you needed to do to earn love and applause. When this card makes its dramatic entrance, it is your soul's way of shouting, "Let it fall. Let the false kingdom crumble, so that your true, authentic empire can rise from the ashes." This may manifest as a sudden job change, the end of a relationship where you were not truly seen, or the shattering of a long-held assumption about who you are. And yes, in the moment, it can feel like a devastating loss. But I promise you, it is the sacred ground clearing for something far more real and deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. Then, as the dust of the fallen tower begins to settle, the Judgment card appears not to pass sentence upon you, but to sound a celestial trumpet, awakening you from a long slumber. This card is a direct call from your higher self, an echo of your divine purpose, reverberating through every part of your being that has been longing to truly come alive. Have you been hearing those inner nudges lately, Leo? Those whispers of a grander creative destiny you dismissed as fantasy, those passions you buried beneath responsibility. Judgment asks you to pause the external noise and listen not with your ears, but with the full, resonant chamber of your heart. This is your resurrection moment, not from a literal death, but from the slow, quiet death of playing a role that was too small for your magnificent spirit. It is the universe reminding you that it is never too late to rewrite your script, never too late to choose your true calling, and never too late to rise into the full glory of who you were born to be. And guiding you through this profound process of collapse and rebirth is the High Priestess. She is the keeper of sacred mysteries, the guardian of intuitive wisdom, and for a sun-ruled Leo, she represents a beautiful challenge. She does not offer the clear, logical answers your brilliant mind often craves. She does not provide a step-by-step plan. Instead, she invites you into the one place you may sometimes avoid, the sacred stillness of your own inner world. When the High Priestess comes forward, it means the most important answers will not be found in the applause of the crowd or the advice of others. They must be felt, sensed, and received in the quiet sanctuary of your own heart. Perhaps you have been pushing for external validation, for a sign that you are on the right path. The High Priestess gently whispers that the only validation you need is your own. This is your divine invitation to get quiet, to meditate, to notice the dreams, the synchronicities, the secret messages hidden in plain sight. She reminds you that your intuition is not broken. You just have to turn down the volume of the world so you can hear its sacred, knowing voice again. Finally, we meet the Five of Swords. This card speaks of conflict, but not necessarily a grand, glorious battle. It often points to the hollow victory, the ego-driven squabble, the dramatic conflict that ultimately leaves everyone wounded. It shows up when there has been manipulation, a power struggle, or a win-at-all-costs mentality. Sometimes this is with others, but so often for a proud Leo, the battle is within. This card asks you to examine where you have been fighting battles that are beneath your royal dignity. Is there someone in your life who baits you into pointless drama, feeding off your fiery energy? Or is there a belief within you, a need to always be right, to have the last word, that keeps choosing the familiar pain? of conflict over the unfamiliar peace of letting go. The Five of Swords delivers a piece of sovereign wisdom. You do not have to win every battle. You only have to walk away from the ones that are stealing your light. That choice is not weakness, my friend. It is the ultimate expression of power. Together, these four cards weave a profound and powerful narrative for you: liberation, the Tower; awakening, judgment; intuition, the High Priestess; and release, the Five of Swords. The beauty of this, Leo, is that you are not a passive audience member in this drama. You are the protagonist, the director, and the author of the next act. You have the tools, the awareness, and the divine ability to co-create your own magnificent transformation. I want to share a simple yet sacred ritual with you, a way to actively participate in this cosmic alchemy. Find a piece of paper and write down the belief, the role, or the conflict you are finally ready to release. Perhaps it is the belief that my worth is measured by applause, or the role of being strong for everyone, or the conflict with person's name that drains my spirit. Speak it aloud, giving it voice one last time. Then, on the night of November 13th, find a safe place to burn that paper. As you watch the smoke rise, see it not as destruction, but as a sacred offering. And speak these words into the universe: what was false now turns to ash. From this fire, my true reign begins. I am free. You do not need to have all the answers, Leo. You do not need to rush your next scene. You simply need to honor the truth as it rises. That is what this part of your journey is about. Not performing, not resisting, but bravely, magnificently making space for the life that is truly meant for you. The one that begins where the illusions end. And you, my glorious Leo, are so ready. When the sky darkens and the winds of emotional drama begin to howl, it is natural to ask, how do I command this storm? My dear Leo, please understand, the energy surrounding you during this period is not just intense. It is initiatory. It is a sacred trial. It doesn't ask you to perform strength. It asks you to become stronger by softening, by choosing conscious awareness over impulsive reaction, and by shifting your focus from surviving the drama to learning from it. This phase of your journey is where the true healing begins, not with grand sweeping gestures, but with quiet clarity and sovereign choices. Perhaps a character from a previous act of your life is knocking on your dressing room door again. They wear a familiar, charming face, but they carry the same draining energy you worked so hard to write out of your script. It is not always obvious at first. Manipulators for a Leo rarely appear as villains. They arrive wrapped in flattery, in nostalgia for the good old days, or with seemingly innocent "let's just talk" messages that are really auditions for a role they no longer deserve in your life. But this is where the profound wisdom of the Judgment card becomes your royal scepter. That card is not just about a dramatic awakening. It is about divine discernment. It is the ability to step back, take a breath, and ask your heart, is this person returning because they are meant for my future, or because I have not yet fully healed my past? Or maybe the challenge is not a person, but a dazzling opportunity, a financial decision that appears golden on the surface but feels hollow somewhere deep in your heart. A quick deal, an urgent deadline, a pitch that plays directly to your ego and your desire to be seen as successful. This is where the High Priestess whispers to you from the sacred stillness within, trust what you know without knowing how you know it. Your logic is a brilliant tool, Leo, but it is not your only source of power. Your heart-centered intuition is a living, breathing compass. It picks up on frequencies and intentions that your conscious mind, blinded by the glitter, might miss. If something sounds perfect but feels wrong, trust the feeling. Step back. You lose nothing by taking a royal pause. You gain everything by listening to the wisdom of your own soul. Sometimes the most dangerous change isn't external at all. Sometimes it erupts from within. Emotions you have proudly kept under, perhaps frustration, hurt, a feeling of being unappreciated, may begin to rise fast, fiery, and without a filter. And suddenly, you find yourself in the middle of a dramatic scene with someone you love, speaking words you wish you could take back, feeling things you didn't know still held so much power over you. Leo, your heart is a sun, deep, powerful, and life-giving. But even the sun has solar flares. This is your moment to become the loving observer of your own emotional weather, not the storm itself. When you feel that inner fire rising, give it sacred space. 10 minutes of silence, focusing only on the beating of your own heart. 15 minutes of breathing to a frequency of 528 Hz, the vibration of love and miracles. A slow, majestic walk in nature, feeling the solid earth beneath your feet. The storm within you does not need to be fought. It needs to be honored and held with compassion. This healing is not just about your emotions. It is about your magnificent body, too. Your nervous system is a direct mirror of your energetic kingdom. When you flood it with chaos, too much caffeine, sugar, or excessive stimulation, especially during these volatile days, you make the cosmic waves much harder to surf. Choose instead what nourishes your royal steadiness. Foods that are vibrant and alive, like sun-ripened fruits and deep leafy greens that ground your fiery energy. Drink clean water that clears your channels. Eat warm, comforting foods that soothe your soul without numbing it. Avoid processed chaos on your plate in the same way you must now avoid emotional chaos in your relationships. Movement is medicine, but not the kind that punishes your body. This is a time for expressive, heart-opening movement. Try a powerful yoga flow that makes you feel strong and graceful, or simply put on your favorite music and dance in your living room, letting your body speak the truths your mind has silenced. You do not need to fix your entire life in this one moment. You just need to return to your center, one conscious breath at a time. Even color can be a profound tool for you right now. Surround yourself with the colors of sovereignty and wisdom, deep royal purple and brilliant shining gold. Wear them in your clothing, place them on your altar, visualize them surrounding you in a protective, radiant aura. Let these colors be a constant visual reminder that you are divinely supported, that clarity is dawning, and that a true ruler is never lost. The path through this storm, magnificent Leo, is not about force. It is about regal attention. It is about noticing what the drama reveals, not just about the world, but about you, what you allow, what you fear, and what part of your performance you are finally ready to release. Healing doesn't always happen in the calm after the storm. Sometimes, for a soul as brave as yours, it happens in the very heart of the fire. And you, courageous, deep soul-stirring Leo, are more than capable of walking through it and emerging not burned, but brilliantly reborn.